Well, it's that time again. Let's walk in faith, talk about anime, and grow together. Welcome to Reb's Otaku Talk. Hey Otaku family, welcome back to Reb's Otaku Talk Studio Ghibli Fest. I'm your host Rev, and with me are my co-hosts K2.
Howdy, howdy.
And Raver Mom.
Hi!
This season, we're diving deep into the whimsical, heartfelt worlds of Studio Ghibli, where fantasy meets faith and wonder points us back to the creator. Whether you're a lifelong Ghibli fan or just discovering these animated masterpieces, we're here to explore each story through the lens of Christian values. From the skies of Laputa to the forest of Totoro, we'll uncover powerful themes, spiritual insights, and the beauty of God's truth woven into every frame. So grab your favorite snack, open your heart, and get ready for a journey where faith and fandom soar together. This is your Christ Walk with Otaku Talk. Studio Ghibli Fest starts now. In today's episode, we will jump into the world of The Cat Returns to, well, learn a whole lot of stuff, because there's not just one thing in this one. The Cat Returns was made in 2002. It's a charming fantasy adventure from Studio Ghibli, directed by Hiroyuki Morita. The story follows Haru, a shy high school girl who saves a cat from being hit by a truck, only to discover that the cat she rescued is actually Prince Loon of the Cat Kingdom. As thanks, the kingdom's feline citizens shower her with bizarre gifts, including an offer of marriage to the prince himself. Before she realizes what's happening, Haru is whisked away to the Cat Kingdom, where she begins to transform into a cat herself. Desperate to return to her human life, Haru seeks help from the dashing Baron, a suave, gentlemanly cat figurine come to life, and his quirky companion, Muta. Together, they race against time to break the enchantment before Haru loses herself completely to the feline world. Through her journey, Haru learns to trust her instincts, embrace her independence, and discover her own sense of confidence. The Cat Returns blends whimsy, humor, and the heartfelt growth into a light-hearted tale that celebrates courage and self-discovery in the most unexpected of worlds. Raver Mom, you're back.
I am.
Yay.
This is exciting.
I figured you would.
It's been 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure that everybody's tired of hearing me and K2 talk.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie.
Ouch.
Ow.
That hurts so bad.
I'm sure your egos will repair from that real quick.
Of course, I thought last week's was pretty funny. But then again, I was told I don't have that great of a sense of humor. So, we'll get out of that. So, Raver Mom, we'll start off with you. What did you think of The Cat Returns?
I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
So I was real nervous about watching this one after your review of Pom Poko.
Yes.
So I watched that today.
What'd you think about Pom Poko?
Didn't like it. But I didn't like it for both reasons. I guess the same reason. I don't know. Like, it just did not. It wasn't one of my. I'm not into the whole animal, like, stories.
And I'm still confused about that, but okay.
Like, what we grew up with, yeah. But, like, I don't know. I didn't get what you got out of Pom Poko, but, like, to me, and I will literally tell you this, K2, when the whole movie started, not Pom Poko, The Cat Returns.
Yep.
When it started and the girl was running out because of the fact that she was stumbling around, I was like, she's going to get hit with a bus. She's going to get hit with the bus. There's going to be something hit with a bus. And then she runs after the cat, and I was like, it's a truck, but...
Hello, Truck-coon.
Yeah. Like, it's a bus, you know? And, like, it was just, I don't know, like, the girl was stupid.
It was actually funny because I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, watching this intro, and we're talking about how this girl is just having a bad day.
No,
what's bad is she hasn't even left the house yet, and she's about to walk out the door, and then you got Raver Mom. She's gonna get hit by a bus, and then she's down the street. she's gonna get hit by a bus.
Like, that was the vibe, the feeling that I got. I was like, that's just what it makes me think of. And then what does she do? She runs out in front of a stupid truck.
And she's like, well, it's a truck. And I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Please don't let her get hit by the truck.
But, I mean, I think the only smart thing the girl did was to actually follow that stupid voice that she heard. Who's going to follow a voice? I mean, whatever.
I don't know. Ask Moses.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to throw something at you. Anyways, but like the girl tripped over everything. It was like her birthday was on Friday the 13th or something. Like, I felt sorry for the girl. And then she got tricked. I mean, if there was a picture next to gullible in the dictionary, her picture would be there. I just wasn't interested at all. I mean, the of course, colors, the artistry, all of that was great. But, like, what did she actually learn? Mm-hmm. Like, what was the whole point of the movie? Like, I don't know. It was stupid. It was an hour and 15 minutes of my life wasted. Added on to the stupid 2 hours that I watched today.
Okay, so what would you rate Pompoko?
A 3.
A 3?
3, 4.
I said she wouldn't go over a 2.
Yeah.
But she gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3 because, I mean, it was a cute movie. That's why I said maybe a 4. It was a very cute movie.
Yeah.
They were trying to save their land and, all of that. I didn't quite see it from your point of view, although those parts, I was like, the parts you were telling me, I was like very cringe. Like, that's disgusting, but whatever. In my head, I just kept saying, it's Japanese, it's Japanese, it's Japanese. Like, just get through it. So overall, I did think the movie was cute. So I'd probably rate it a 4.
A 4? Okay, well, that takes the rating of that movie from a 2 to a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think it was as bad as, I mean, like, he made me nervous.
Yeah.
K2. Like,
I flat don't like it.
Especially whenever I said that, read the sign that I told you about. Yeah, he made me real nervous.
I do not like Pompoko at all.
It was a very weird movie, but I liked it better than The Cat Returns.
See, I'm the opposite. What would you rate The Cat Returns?
A 2.
A 2?
Really?
Maybe a 3. We'll do a 3. Because, like I said, the artistry was very well. Like, I did like the Baron. I liked that character. I liked the Moonta.
Yeah.
The cat.
Muta. Yeah, moo.
Muta. Like, I liked that. But, like, the Cat King, like...
I like that guy.
Yes, you were laughing.
That's me, babe.
Yeah, like, I could envision Rev.
Yeah.
That's me, babe. With the eyebrows going up and down.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah. But, like, that was irritating. The fact of how ditzy she was irritating.
What's bad is I compared her to Princess Mononoke whenever we were watching the movie, and she's like, great, you did that, you compared her to our daughter, and I'm sitting here saying, you're gonna get hit by a bus.
Yeah, after I said all that, he said that, and I was like, now I feel horrible. Thanks. So, I'd rather watch Pompoko over than The Cat Returns.
Oh, man.
I would probably side with that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
Wow. Okay, K2. Now you've got my interest spiked. What did you think about The Cat Returns?
I would have liked to have explored it a little more.
Yeah, see,
Like-
there wasn't
like the
a
world.
lot.
Okay. I mean, I understand that.
Yeah. I wanted to explore the Cat Kingdom a little more, and the kind of the political side of it with the son and the father. That would have seemed kind of cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of rushed through that a little quick.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
She is a little ditzy. I'll give her that. But what
A little.
what high schooler isn't?
She wasn't that ditzy.
I wasn't ditzy at all. But then again, never mind, you know.
I don't know.
I do agree though that they did rush through quite a lot, and I feel like there could have been a lot more details in certain things.
I don't know. I feel that she did get hit by the truck. That is my
right,
theory.
and the rest of it was like her in a coma.
Yes.
See, listen, that's
and at the end, she died, and she met her mother because her mother died of sorrow. And this is just a really messed up movie.
Listen, I honestly was there. What that did go through my head. Like, I'm going. If she is in a bed in a coma, this would totally make sense. Because I mean, come on now. Like, seriously. I didn't originally say it, so.
So, what would you rate it?
I'd give it a 4.
A 4? And you rated it a 3? So we got a 3 and a 4, which puts it at a 3.5. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was stinking hilarious.
You cackled up a storm.
Cackle?
You
I
did.
guess that's a proper word for the season we're going into. I thought it was funny. It just, honestly, I thought that it had really, like, full-on clean, just random humor throughout the entire thing. And I liked the king. Okay.
Thanks, babe.
Hey, babe, you can marry me.
The Mad King.
Fight me like a cat. Yeah. Yeah, no, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I get where you guys are coming from with the Rush story. I did not, like me, where I thought, they could have really grew off of is when they went into the labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could have stretched out way more.
Yep.
Well, and they also added some parts that made no sense either. With, like, the friend and then her, hey, can you take my cleaning shift so I can go watch this dude? Well, who's this dude? Like, what was that? What did that add to the story?
Well, it's how she got to cleaning.
Oh, I guess, yeah, while she was there and then she got approached or whatever. But them cats found her no matter what. Even if she would have been at home, they still would have found her. They found her at the Baron's place. This is very weird, by the way.
Why?
What's his name?
You want to know what the Baron's full name is?
Yes.
Okay, give me
Humbert.
a second.
Humbert? Humbert?
Humbert. Yeah, it's German.
Humbert? I'm gonna call him Humbert. Calling him Baron is weird.
Humbert von Giekingen.
Yeah, so I mean the whole Humbert, Baron Humbert, Vin whatever. That whole part was cute.
Giekingen.
Vin. Oh, it. If I can't say the Japanese ones, what makes you think I can say German?
Why do you think I skipped it? I just called him the Baron.
Yes.
Anyways, and then his Toto, was that the bird's name?
Yeah, Toto was the bird.
Toto, yep.
I thought that was so funny.
Toto was awesome.
But yeah, like that whole area, like where Toto and Baron like lived, I would have loved to have known a little more about that.
Yeah.
And the other characters in the houses or the other creatures or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
And how they even got there.
Yeah, like where that came from. That definite, like the whole bureau thing. Like, like I don't know. Like I feel like this is a missed opportunity.
For a bigger world.
See, this one would have been a good one for a series.
Mm.
Yeah. I can
Because
agree
they
with
could have
that.
definitely gone into the different characters and made her way less stupid.
Yep.
So did you say what you rated it?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I would rate it a 7.
I totally took off. Sorry.
It's okay. I would rate it a 7.
Wow.
I can see it as
I
7.
did not think it was that bad.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
Wait, I really did not think it was that bad.
Well, we all don't have to be right all the time. Wow. Did you miss me?
Uh-huh. So, a 4, a 3, and a 7
That should
pretty much
So
makes
5?
that around a 5.
Yeah.
So, Reb's Otaku Talk gives it a 5. It's not the best in the world, but it definitely ain't the worst. Pomboko.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah. But we got to talking about The Cat Returns, and normally we can just settle on one thing in a movie, but with as rushed and slowed down and twisted and turned and ditzy and not and dashing and hungry and whatever other emotions are in this movie and things that have happened, we all got something different out of it. What I got out of it was she had to, with me, the biggest thing that I saw was that she was deceived. And looking back on it, the deception was a smaller part of the story, and it was relatively insignificant after, I've had me and Raver Mom had an outside discussion on it. But whenever she entered the cat kingdom and, she's getting into her wedding dress and all of that fun stuff, they're talking and about her marrying the prince who's a cat. She goes, how can I marry a cat? I'm a human. And he says, oh, we've already taken care of that. What? And she's turning into a cat. So it's like, okay, well, this part you didn't tell me. I thought I was coming here to be polite, and, I'm still getting pushed into a marriage, but you didn't tell me I was going to be a cat. And deception is one of the biggest weapons that, the enemy can use against us spiritually. Is what they're offering us can look fantastic. Yes, this land will be yours. You will rule over it. You have a castle. You have a walk-in closet with people who address you. And right next door is a buffet. If you don't like mice, we have fish. I'm going over what's in the movie.
No, I know. It's just, she literally picked the fish up halfway and dropped it, and then picked it up and dropped it. And I'm like, wow, that's very cat-like, chick.
Yeah.
Well, she did keep on saying, being a cat probably isn't too bad. But that's beyond the point. But whenever she realized the depth of the deception that she was in, then she had to get out of it.
Yep.
And that's where she had to, look back on the things that people were trying to tell her besides don't go. The Baron kept on saying, believe in yourself, believe in who you are. And her cat friend kept on trying to push her to run away. And she began to see where her friends were, these new friends were trying to steer her in the right direction to pull her back from the deceit because they knew something was going to happen. And she didn't. And she had to then take all those lessons that they were trying to teach her, and she had to take them and use them to get out. The Bible talks about deceit. And one of the biggest things that it talks about, and it talks about it in Proverbs, it talks about it in Psalms, it talks about it in Timothy and a couple of other of Paul's letters, and it's scattered throughout, but the consensus comes down to the same thing. Beware, use discernment, don't give in to deceit. Don't give in to what the enemy's telling you. And for those people who are deceiving, they have no place in God's kingdom. Basically, the deceiver is in sin in a whole different level, and there is no place for them in the kingdom of God. I mean, repentance is still there for them, but the deception, the art of deception it's lying on steroids. And that's what I got from it. Yeah, small part of the movie, but to me that kind of stuck out a little bit more.
If you think about it, there were times where she could have said no, or I feel like there were times where she could have rebutted or detoured, or do you get what I'm saying? There were times, like whenever the that orange brown cat that came to her when she was doing the whole cleaning thing.
Yeah.
And she sat down and she started, what do you call it? Thinking about it and actually like, it might be nice to be a cat. And da-da-da. And da-da, like, what do you call that? Humoring.
Yeah.
The idea of it. And he took it as, oh, yay, that's a yes. And then ran off. And then she's like, oh, no, like, that's not what I was saying, you know. But, like, she was thinking about it and humoring the idea that, you know, and, like, I feel like that right there was one of her mistakes. Because, like, when you humor things like that, that's your downfall.
Yeah.
And that's where deception can creep in. Mm-hmm. You know, that you kind of just opened it to a world of deception.
Yep. Yeah, and it can sometimes do a domino effect like that if you're not careful and if you don't think things through. Like, I mean, I guess, yeah, she was kind of thinking it through, but I felt like almost at the same time she was also thinking of actually doing it because her life was so bad, which it really wasn't. She was just klutzy.
Yeah, or having a bad week or whatever.
Yeah, like,
I
feel like...
you gotta... From what I got, is her self-esteem was through the floor.
Yeah.
She didn't think she was beautiful. She didn't think that, she was worth it.
She was also a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is possibly the most accurate portrayal of a teenager in
Yes.
anything.
Yep.
I mean, if I could count the amount of times that I told one of our teenagers that, or just a teenager in general, like, this is not the end. It's not the end of the world. Like, it's not the end. Like, things will get better. Trust me, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. And, I mean, it's so funny. But anyways, yeah, like, I don't know. That's my thought. I'm not saying I didn't get anything out of the movie, because I did, but it was just, I felt like at that point, like, you're asking to be kidnapped.
Yeah.
Like, you're asking for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
It's okay. One thing that I thought was and this is kind of off topic, one thing that no, it is kind of on topic. One thing that kind of deceived me, okay, was that they put cattails in her yard. They grew cattails, the weed.
Yeah.
And she wakes up sneezing and she's allergic to it and everything else. She goes to the cat world where the whole field is full of it and she lays in it and there's no problem.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Maybe that's part of the transitioning into being a cat.
Maybe, yeah. It could have started then. Because remember, that white cat was like, you have to leave now. Like, it probably is too late, but you need to leave now.
Okay, well, okay.
So it could have been...
That makes sense.
It could have been, and that just was solidified whenever the king was like, we got that taken care of for you, because you're here, and da-da-da. So, yeah, that's true.
Okay, K2, what'd you get out of the movie?
For me, yeah, I didn't see deception in it at all, because when the cats first come in that, night parade, they give her an envelope, not an envelope, but a scroll.
Yeah.
And they say this is, what the gifts are going to be. She never looks at it.
Well, she looked at it.
No.
Yeah, like
no,
after
it stayed closed.
She did.
After
but
like
it was,
the second or third gift, she looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, initially she didn't. But remember when she went to school
Yes.
and then her friend came up?
That's right. Yes.
But it was literally like 30 seconds. Like it wasn't even
a lot. Yeah.
I feel like even that it wasn't enough time to actually look at it. But yeah.
I see it as the cats truly like trying to be grateful for what they did. And they're just doing it the only way they know how to give.
I think the only good gift that they gave was that they replaced her broken lacrosse stick.
Yeah. Yes.
So what you're trying to say is when a cat bites you, it's actually trying to love on you?
Sometimes.
Pixie, you hear that?
She loves our kids a lot.
She bit me earlier. I could see that.
Okay.
I could see that. I kind of agree with K2 on the whole deception thing. That's why I brought it up with Rev earlier. I was like, you got to help me out because I didn't see it in the beginning as deception. I could see where he's talking about whenever they get to the
I can see it
the
there.
cat kingdom and all of that. The main point I got out of it was what the Baron Humbert kept telling her or told her, and then reminded her, is to remember who you are. Like, to remember who you are. So it would help her not forget, where she came from and who she truly was. And I feel like that's something that, just in this crazy messed up world that we live in, is that we forget who we are sometimes. As for me, as a mom, I forget who I am because I get so wrapped up in being mom or so wrapped up in being like wifey or the teacher or whatever. And like, there are points where I've had to step back and it's like, I need a mental break, because like, I don't even know if I'm going up, down, sideways, slant ways, front ways, back ways, like it's hard because we get so wrapped up in everything. And remembering who we are, not just like our name and like our likes and dislikes, but also how God sees us. And remembering our root and why we were made and all of that is extremely important. And for Haru, it was very important.
Yeah.
Because that slowed down the transformation from being a human to a cat. And I felt like that was a really big thing for her, because it helped her realize and come to that realization of her life isn't so bad, and what she's going through isn't as awful. And I mean, like, it ended with her getting up before her mom did and making breakfast. And, oh, by the way, the tea. And, she said that whole line. And then she's out the door on her day. And she's actually doing things, and she was perfectly fine. Yep. And to me, it's all, that boils down to all about mindset and remembering your true purpose and where you come from.
Deep,
yeah.
Did I disappoint?
No. You didn't disappoint.
Okay.
But it does kind of still mold into the questions that I had set for this episode. For the first question I have is, how can we stay grounded in our identity and faith when the world offers us things that look good but lead us away from what's right?
I feel like I'm going to use a word we kind of coined in season 1. I feel like when you have a good fellowship, like that, don't you, boys?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's truth. Like, when you have people around you to help remind you or ground you and kind of bring you back from, because Haru had her best friend and her mom, and the Baron, I guess, wind up and Muta being on her side. And I feel like when you have people around you that can help remind you, and then of course reading the Bible and, sing and just having all those positive things around you.
Okay. KT, you got anything?
Yeah, I think having good support around you is never a bad thing. It's always going to be a positive, but you got to look out for what's the good support and what's the toxic support, essentially. And that's also in the film. The cats being the toxic support of, oh, look at all this great stuff you can do here.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about a thing. Everything's going to be taken care of for you.
Yeah.
But you're going to lose your humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely a big thing. For me, I think, the biggest thing now is people are afraid to stand on what they see as right and what they know is right, because of the fact that they're afraid they're either going to be criticized, chastised, or even, physically harmed because of it.
Yeah.
And it's become such a huge issue that if you don't conform, then we're going to take you out.
Yeah.
And for a fear tactic to come in like that, to push us away, that's where we got to go back to our last 2 episodes for me. And we've got to remember the courage and the strength that we have through Christ, through our faith, and continue to stand up for what we believe and for who we are. And if we can remain in that boldness, honestly, I don't think people can touch you after, you can't be questioned on it.
And I think we are winning that fight because, I mean, we still got to be careful, but a wounded animal in a corner is, your most dangerous.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and one thing people forget is the Bible. Jesus told his disciples that they're going to be criticized. If you follow him, you're going to be criticized. Why?
Yeah.
Because he was criticized. Yep. And that's, I try to tell people that whenever they, oh my goodness, I said this and, I got yelled at or I got chastised or whatever. And it's like, what did Jesus go through? I mean, he went through a lot and then told his disciples, listen, you're going to go through this and more. Yep. Like, your life is not going to be easy just because you're a Christian. And that is one thing that people think, is that when you're a Christian, everything's all cupcakes, rainbows, and perfect. And like your past, and that's how your life always was. You didn't have a past. Why are you sad? You follow God. What's the problem? And it's like, I'm human.
Yep.
I have feelings. I have emotions. I go through things. Sit down, have a cup of tea. Let me tell you about it,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like people forget that. And we've got to remember, like you said, we've got to remember our humanity and we've got to remember our identity and don't be shocked when they yell at you.
Yep.
I mean, because you're speaking truth and they don't like it.
Yep.
Something doesn't like it. So.
Yeah. And I mean, at conventions, I've been, met with both sides talking about our podcast. And I don't know Raver Mom's full experiences, but I know that she talks to a lot of people about it. And I've met good and bad off of it. I mean,
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, I have too. We find it funny, which I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but at the fact of you have people that will, you do what? You watch what? And it's like, do you even know anything about it? Because they're speaking out of ignorance. Right. I mean, as sad as it is, you're speaking out of ignorance. And whenever you do that, that just shows you who shows who you really are. Yep. And it's sad. It's real sad. And I mean, I'm not one to sit there and say I know everything, because I mean, compared to Rev, when it comes to anime, I definitely don't, right? But I do my best, and I'll sit there and hold my own, because I know at the end of the day that I am doing what God wants me to do. Yeah. And you can have a how dare you attitude, or you can sit there and listen, because I'll sit there and listen, so.
Yeah. It's, I've had, like I said, I've had similar, and, I've been accused of using people's passion for anime for my own personal agenda and everything else. And it's like, I am very wide open with what my ministry is. I mean, it's in the description. Yeah. It's in the opening of the podcast before we even get into it, that we are, looking at anime, but we're looking at it from a different perspective. We're looking at it from a God, Christ lensed perspective. And my whole thing is not to deceive. I love anime. I love, being in the anime community. I like being able to share anime with you two, and you two share anime with me, and your experiences with it, and to, share experiences with people at conventions. But that's only one part of what I do. It's one part of myself. The other part, primary part, is God.
Yeah.
And the fact that I can't look at, and watch these animes and look at these mangas without being like, being in that automatic comparative mode. I see parallels extremely easy. And it's like, man, that reminds me of Gideon. That reminds me of Joseph. That reminds me of Paul, and to create something. But it is something that's so out of the ordinary that we are going to get hit hard, because we are also in the midst of two communities that butt heads.
Yeah. That's true.
And so in doing this, we really should expect to be criticized a lot, and questioned and looked at weird. And
well, I mean, I feel like, though, even it doesn't matter what community you're going to be in, people are going to still look at you like that.
Yeah.
Because they're on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And they always, I mean, it's stereotyping or stereo.
Yeah.
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 Well, and media always throws whatever cultural fandom you're in is always going to throw it into a negative light.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because that's a PR stunt.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I will say, though, whenever Rev and I went to this last convention, we started talking, and we got really excited because, I mean, we didn't think, I don't know about you, K2, but I didn't think the ideas that we've come up with, I mean, that it would even get close to that this fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it's gotten so popular. Every time we look at the numbers, I'm like shocked that people actually want to sit here and listen to us talking,
it's amazing.
like it's a good feeling, and it's like, this is exactly what we're supposed to do. And then the next step is to actually take it into the real world, so to speak, the physical world, and not just being on a podcast. And I think that is, I mean, I love that we are all ready for that, and that God is putting us in that. But it just got me real pumped up. I know I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but I'm still like jazzed about it, because I don't know, like I feel like we're going to reach even more, and we're going to do a lot more whenever we get more into it.
Yep.
Yeah. Our view numbers have like quintupled on average. Like average views, it's quintupled.
That's awesome. Thank you, everyone.
From season 1 to season 2.
Yeah, and we definitely can't do any of this without everyone listening, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and sharing and liking and all of that. And it's amazing. People apparently needed this.
Yep.
And we're definitely doing what we're supposed to. So.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Okay, well, fun question time.
Yay.
Question number 2.
So enthusiastic.
If you could talk to animals for one day, what's the first question you'd ask?
Why are you biting me?
We know who you're talking to. You're going to talk to the cat.
It would be one of two things. It would either be to Pixie, why are you biting me? Or why do you bite the kids? What is the purpose of that? Because if it's to play, because that's what I think, then okay, I get it. We'll get your toy out, blah, blah, blah. You want a treat? Sure, whatever. But if it's not, I'm going to beat your tail. And then the other one would be to my chickens.
Yeah. Why ain't you laying eggs?
No, which ones are laying eggs? I've got one that's pink egg. They're like a pink hue on the shell. And then I have a brown one. And there's only one out of my 3 new ones that give me pink. But then the brown one, I don't know who it is. So.
And then one of the brown ones has speckles on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so... But whenever, you Google all that stuff, it's like, it could be this to this range. And so, yeah.
Wow.
I'd love to figure out who's... Because I know my leghorns aren't laying because, there's no white eggs right now. But I'd love to know of the new ones, which ones are laying and which ones aren't. So...
Yeah. Okay. K2?
I guess I would just ask every dog I meet, is your owner good?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And then compile a list of who's not good.
Go beat him up.
And then he's gonna turn into Dog Man.
I'll give it to Keanu Reeves. He does a good job with that.
Yep. You killed his dog. John Wicking, I like you.
Nope.
I think with me, I would ask fish what food they liked. Because I'm tired of going fishing and catching absolutely nothing. Okay, I've tried every trick that every Bass Pro puts out there. I've tried every old school antic that, everybody who said, oh, this always works, and it never does for me. I would just, yeah. I mean.
So if you have a fishing trick, put it in the comments. We'll try it.
For 18 years, I probably only caught one thing.
No, and you've caught a couple of things.
No, I mean full reel in.
Oh, okay.
I think one of them was
not
a turtle.
Accidental.
One of them was a turtle.
Yes.
And then I hooked a huge mudfish, but that snapped loose. And I know everybody out there who actually fishes, you don't eat mudfish, but with the Native American side of my family, there is a way to cook that mudfish. So. Yeah. Raver Mom's over there like, yeah, you can eat that by yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Although the first time, we did catch fish when we lived in Georgia.
Yeah, because they had no cast net laws.
And then I showed you how to clean it. That was fun.
Yeah. And I caught one jumbo shrimp. That was a very satisfying shrimp to eat.
I'm sure.
What's funny is I caught the shrimp with my hands. I didn't catch it in the net.
Yeah.
I caught it with my hands. So it was a very satisfying shrimp. And then I did catch a couple on a pole. I caught some flounder one night.
Oh, that's cool.
The flounder was skipping across the canal, which was really cool to watch with the moon, beating off the water. And we got some flounder.
Nice.
They were very small. But yeah, no. Here in Florida, we have caught close to nothing. I have caught close to nothing. Raver Mom has caught more than nothing, but yeah.
Because I was taught how to fish very well.
I was saltwater, you're freshwater.
Yeah, my nanny was the fishing queen. She was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about newspaper clippings for over a decade
wow.
on her fishing. I thought that was really cool to learn that about her nanny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
She was a very awesome lady.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
So when we stay grounded in our faith and we remember who we are in God, we can see through the things that seem good and hold fast to what truly matters. And while it's fun to imagine talking to animals, the real conversation God invites us into is listening for His voice and following His truth. And that is the one that leads us home. So now, for the moment that we've been waiting for, we are going to play a game. It is time for the Anime World Mashup.
Boom, boom, boom.
Woohoo! Your tablets are down there on the shelf.
Oh.
I'm going to go back over the rules of the Anime World Mashup. You can pick your main character. Any anime world, any character, doesn't matter. And then you're going to pick an anime world. Any world. Doesn't matter what it is. And you are going to put that character into that world and you're going to create the story. The story doesn't have to be massively detailed. It just has to have enough detail to understand what the story is. And then we are going to throw a plot twist at each other. Okay, 2, I'm going to give you your plot twist. You are going to give Raver Mom her plot twist. And Raver Mom is going to give me my plot twist.
All right.
And I'm going to make sure that it has nothing to do with cars because I don't want to go through that again. Our plot twist, I said that it was going to be a special rule this season, and here is the rule. Your plot twist has to be based out of the Studio Ghibli universe. Short, sweet, simple. It has to be out of the Studio Ghibli universe. Whether it's inserting a character, it's inserting an object, it's inserting a a environmental disaster, a world disaster, whatever. You just have to insert a plot twist from Studio Ghibli. All right. So we are going to start with our story, and you will feel a time jump on the other side of this because I'm not going to sit here for 10 minutes and, let you guys hear dead silence. So let's get to work, guys. Okay. I think I got mine.
Yeah, same.
Okay. So you want me to go first? You guys want to go first? How do you want to do it?
You can go first.
Okay. So mine is my main character is Naru from Ghost Hunt.
Okay.
He's the guy who owns Shibuya's psychic research.
Yeah.
He's the ghost hunter, and put him into the Demon Slayer world.
Oh.
And he goes into this world and he is hunting after these supernatural phenomenon that are the demons. And after getting in the Corps' way enough times, he ends up heading their intelligence department.
Okay.
Okay. And I have to come up with a twist.
A plot twist.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Using Studio Ghibli.
Oof.
Okay. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah. Okay, K2, what's yours?
I got Light Yagami from Death Note
Okay.
going into Kogias.
Wow, that's a jump. Okay.
Yeah. He has to get the Death Note back from Lelouch because Lelouch has it, but to him it's just a notebook.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
That's screwed up. Okay. Raver Mom, what love story are you telling us this season?
It's not a love story, but you made the comment earlier, and I don't know if I want to tell you.
No, what is it? Raver Mom, your story last season was simple, to the point, and won. Okay.
So my character is Inosuke,
Okay.
Okay.
and he is the new member on the Going Merry to try and be the best on the Grand Line. And I can't tell if you like that or not.
I think she's going to beat us again.
Yeah.
You can just think of the battle between him and Zoro before he came onto the ship.
Right?
That battle alone. And he would fit in with
Yep.
with the Straw Hat crew.
Yep.
So, ouch. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to lose. Okay. Plot twist time. Again, I'm going to make one for K2.
Yep.
K2, you're going to make one for Raver Mom, and Raver Mom's going to make one for me, and it has to be Studio Ghibli. So how can we really mess up these stories to give it a full-on twist? How can we boost the excitement using Studio Ghibli?
Now, what was yours again?
Naru from Shibuya Psychic
Oh,
Research
going into the
into
demon.
the Demon Slayer world.
Okay. The demons are using soot sprites.
Well, that would just mess everything up, wouldn't it? We're chasing soot sprites today. Okay. Now I've got to come up with a scenario that involves that, or using soot sprites.
Because they got them creepy eyes. And now they have soot sprites.
The thing is, those things are everywhere, and it would throw any type of reading off constantly. In K2, he has put himself in the digital world.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got yours, K2.
Okay.
So, you want me to give you yours?
Yep.
Or, okay. So, you, Baba, from Spirited Away,
Okay.
the lady who owns the bathhouse, has somehow gotten a hold of your book
Ooh.
and is using it to keep track of her employees.
Oh.
Wouldn't that just give her new employees?
Oh.
That's for you to figure out.
Oh. Okay. And for you, I am going to say the Sky Pirates from
Castle in the Sky.
Castle in the Sky, thank you. Have a devil fruit. They're not sure what to do with it.
And we know who's getting devil fruit powers, don't we? All right, so we're going to take our plot twists and we have to mold our stories to them. You want me to go first again?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So, Naru discovers the Soot Sprite's love for candy stars, and the core members use the stars to congregate the Soot Sprites into one location, and they backtrack the trail of the Soot Sprites to the demons that set them loose.
Good job.
Okay. So for me, Light's going to get one of the Black Knights and join their crew, try to weasel his way in to get more information about where his book is. Him and Lelouch, Lelouch is, I think, going to try and backstab him once
Okay.
they get the book.
Okay.
But so first they gotta find it. So they get their technology and they find this weird anomaly and they find it. And then they take their mechs and go in and stuff goes boom.
They blow up the bathhouse.
Yep.
And somehow the book survives.
The book survives because
Yeah, well, it's
what's his name?
supernatural,
Yeah,
so-
the dragon
Yeah.
beats them.
Oh, Haku?
Yeah, Haku.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
You said-
awesome.
because of magic.
Okay.
I love it. That's so awesome.
All right.
My turn?
Yep, your turn.
Okay, so the Sky Pirates find the devil fruit. Inosuke, of course, has to have it. Finds out what it is, and it is the Pika Pika Nomi. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one that grants power to move and attack at the speed of light.
Oh wow,
So then he becomes untouchable.
that's scary.
Yeah, a little bit. Can you just imagine him running around laughing?
I can, and honestly, when I meet the voice actor, I'm going to tell him.
I want Zoro to have that.
The Pika Pika power.
Yeah.
Thing is he wants to become the world's best swordsman on his own.
On his
raw
own,
strength. Which is commendable, but yeah, there's so many
Yeah,
shortcuts
he's not
he could
gonna. He wouldn't even need it.
So anyways, there you go.
All right, so that is our mashups for this season. We have Naru in the world Naru from Ghost Hunt in the world of Demon Slayer, and the demons are using Soot Sprites, and Naru discovers the Soot Sprites' weakness, which leads them to the demons. And then we have K2's, which is Light from
Death Note.
Death Note going into Code Geass,
Yeah.
and they are in a battle for the book, and the plot twist is that Baba from the Bathhouse of Spirited Away has got the book and is writing her employees' names in it to keep track of them, creating more employees. But that's okay. They blow it up with mechs and who's that? I just said his name. Haku
Haku. Yeah.
saves the book. Magic.
Yep.
And then we have Inosuke entering the world of One Piece, joining the Straw Hat Pirates as the Sky Pirates from Castle in the Sky come in with a random devil fruit that they do not know what they have, and Inosuke gets his hands on it, probably through some flashy battle, and he eats it, and it is the Pika Pika fruit, which makes him extremely fast. And we can just imagine him running around at the speed of light, laughing.
Yep.
Which is just scary to think of.
I thought it sounded
So
pretty cool.
we are going to put it to you guys out there in the audience. You are going to... we're going to have a poll put up on Facebook as well as X and on Spotify. And you can do the survey through those three, or you can leave a comment down below on whatever platform you're listening through, and we will compile the results. And in probably about 2 episodes, we should have a winner. So it's up to you guys out there in the real world to pick a winner. And, you know, you can go back and hear the stories a little bit more thorough to pick your favorite. But, yeah, it's all up to you guys. Pick me. No.
I got giant mechs in mine.
Yeah, we all know Raver Mom's going to win.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, join us as we close in prayer. God, I thank you for your sacrifice. I thank you for your Son and the sacrifice that he made for us on the cross. I thank you for the many blessings that you have in our lives and the lives of our listeners. But God, I pray that as we move forward in life, that we remember who we are in you and to believe in the identity that we have in you. That we take that identity and we use it to push forward through our circumstances, no matter what the obstacle is. And God, we ask that you open our eyes to see you in the wonder, the lessons, and the beauty that's around us, even in the worlds created by artists and animators. Let our passion for anime draw us closer to your truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Reb's Otaku Talk Ghibli Fest. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook at Reb's Otaku Talkers and on X at Reb's Otaku Talk. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment, leave a review, and share your favorite anime and God moments with the community. Also, check out Reb's Otaku Shop to grab some awesome merch, and don't miss out on a bag of Reb's Conco Heat Coffee. The link's in the description below. Until next time, keep your anime collection strong and your faith stronger. See you later, guys.
Take care, all.
Bye.
Buzz Crown, can you keep it up? Listener mail and fan debates. We love the art the Lord creates. From Studio Ghibli to Naruto, God speaks in ways you didn't know. Stories rise like rising sun. We break them down one by one. Chew, this ain't just hype, it's revelation. Anime with holy inspiration. Otaku life with transformation. Faith and fandom, no limitation. It's Ribs! Otaku Talk! From JoJo's Post to Spirit Lead, we laugh, reflect, and plant that seed. It's Ribs! Otaku Talk! So hit that play, don't walk away. Let's geek and grow in Jesus' way. O-T-A-K-U, talking truth in all we do. Revs crew, rolling through. Faith meets fandom just for you.
Hey, Otaku fam. I know for the past couple of weeks we've talked about doing a full review of the new Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie. Doing it from our signature 3-point review as we review it critically, as a parent, which we've already released, and from a Christian perspective. And we have done just that, but due to the length of the review, we are going to be releasing a special just reviewing the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie, and it's only going to be on YouTube. So please make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. That way, whenever that video drops, where we are doing the review, you will be the first to know. So head over to our YouTube page, Reb's Otaku Talk, like and subscribe, and get ready for that special review that is coming out specifically for YouTube. This one was requested by quite a few parents, so we have done a review, and we are going to compile the previous episode where we did the parental review and the review that we've done this past week into one episode, so everything is together. Thank you for all that you guys do. Thank you for supporting us. And if you have an anime show or movie that you would like us to do a review on from any of the perspectives that we do, feel free to leave a message, contact us through our email or YouTube, or even our comment section on our many podcast platforms, and we will be happy to take a look into the shows, give them a watch, and give you our true 100% honest reviews from our 3-point perspective. So everybody have a blessed day, and we'll catch you next week. See you later, guys.